I'm Mayday, and this is One Take Appreciate. There's a lot of hate and, negativity in the gaming sphere, so we just thought that let's spread some positivity. On One Take Appreciate, we're going to take our favorite game and, just gush over it. Show some love to balance out the negativity. On this episode, I'll be talking about Gears of War as a franchise. I started off with Gears of War 2 because of Ricky. I was even really on Xbox at the time. He was hyping up this game, talking about the movement and the gore and, the shotgun and lancers and stuff, the chainsaw. And I've never heard of it because, again, I was on PlayStation at the time. But he hyped it up so much that I said, hey, let's give it a try. And also, let's see what he's hyping up. So one afternoon, I got mom taking me to GameStop. Bought Gears of War 2. This is at the end of Gears of War 2 lifespan, going into Gears of War 3. So I'm coming at what everybody's good, and also the player base is a little bit smaller, so everybody is really good. And when you get into Gears of War, it's like a different game. Basically, you're learning a new lifestyle, I would say, because you got to throw away all the shooter knowledge you used to know. Like, lancering is looked at as frowned upon. It's mainly about shotgunning and movement. There's rules of war, basically, if you want to call them that. And there was honor and disrespect in that game go hand in hand. And it sparked something in me because you get competitive, you start talking and jarring at people and getting after. There was some stuff said in these lobbies, but it felt good. It was fun. It was a magical time in gaming at that time, and I just want to relive that a little bit. But going off to Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3 was right after, and I started getting into the story in Gears of War 3 because I didn't know what was going on. I just started with Gears of War 2. I played the story with him, and I went back and played Gears of War 1 later on when the Ultimate Edition came out. But I would just, Gears of War 3, that story is amazing. If you haven't, please go check it out. Check out the whole franchise. Hopefully we're getting a Marcus Phoenix collection so you can relive all the glory of those games. But the original trilogy is really something magical. You have, a tale of brotherhood and going through the worst of times. And that stuff is not not easy to jump into and deal with. But you get Gears of War 3, the maps were amazing. And that gameplay, the quicker they could, speed up the pace a little bit in Gears of War 3. But just that game, it does something to you on the inside because Gears of War the franchise activates your competitive nature. But Gears of War 3 and later on, 4, 5, and hopefully, naturally not 6 anymore. We're going back to E-Day. It entertains you in a certain way because you have executions. You have these things to show disrespect in the most respectful way, if you want to call it. I'm not even talking about the other modes, because you also have Horde, where you're spending countless hours of just setting up a defensive and find these giant beasts and monsters and have these Brumacs and these. Because they're not aliens. What would you consider a locust?
I don't know.
You're no help. But the locust is the enemy in the gaming in this gaming franchise, and it's interesting. It's because in the first couple they're they take you to this dark place. Everything is so grim. Everything is so I wouldn't say scary because I wasn't scared playing this game, but you got to krill these bat-like creatures that can kill you if you step out in the uncovered. You had some the character enemy design is amazing, and they're so vast, and not even going to Gears of 3 where we get into the lambent and the emotion and all that other stuff, because the variety is just crazy. But like I said, the core of the game that really got me was the multiplayer. Spending countless hours going back and forth with friends, creating private lobbies, challenging other people. I'm not saying we were like a clan or anything, but we had some, Eagles get bruised and going into people, talking about, 1v1 me or 2v2, especially, then you get wingman and stuff like that. And the progression system, it's not like Call of Duty where you have to unlock weapons or, rated stuff. It was mainly about getting camos and getting your levels up, because that's really what it's really about, getting that level grind, you know, earning your wings. And it was like I said, it was a great time. And hopefully the E-Day kind of brings you back to that kind of Gears feel. Because don't get me wrong, I love 4 and 5. But, you know, not dealing with Marcus as the main character does something to a franchise. Like, you lost your main character. He kind of took a back seat to it. And, you know, you want Marcus back. You want Marcus in the driver's seat again. You want to play as him and that relationship between him and Doc. Yeah, so, you know, this is a quick little short one. I could go, you know, in depth and talk about all the different guns, each individual, the boom shot, the sniper. I said I know I was going to. It's making it a little bit longer because I'm going to gush about the sniper, because the sniping in this game is so crisp, whether it be with the long shot or the torque bow. Especially with the torque bow, when you get in collaterals with that thing, you read that draw noise, you hear that head pop sound. It's addicting. You just want to do it more and more and more. And also, it kind of the another really beautiful thing about that the game mode, because it was TDM, but it wasn't really TDM, because it was basically counting down instead of counting up. You didn't have like a score goal. You had a basically just don't die. It was really like hard on just don't die, and you get these really great hero moments of, you know, the lives are dwindling down. It's only you and your friend left, and you got to go run the gauntlet 2-3 times to kill the whole team to get a dub. And it like I said, it does something to you in your brain. The serotonin, the dopamine, everything, it's just flowing, and it's euphoric. Shout out to Kendrick. It's amazing, and there's almost no other game that really gives you that kind of feeling. Well, for me personally, the only thing I kind of relate it to is like For Honor. Is when you're holding your own on a flag or a zone, and you dominate. You know, you find everybody 1v4 almost. It gives you that vibe, because though there was lapses in respect in that game, it was so respectful, because if you're in a 1v1, you're in that 1v1. You know, the melee to initiate it, y'all going bouncing back and forth. Now again, everybody didn't abide by these rules, and which is fair, because not everybody know the rules. Sometimes you just buy a game and you just jump into it. And I don't know how you do that with Gears, but because normally you get taught Gears, which Ricky taught me. You know, how to wall bounce, how to, you know, maneuver the shotgun, how to up A, how to back A, how to do all these things and use these different weapons, and like kind of develop your own play style, because you learn the basics and then you improvise off of them. And that's what, you know, it kind of show you. Everybody got a little flair with it, you know, and it is fun. It's fun to learn new games that actually give you a challenge. That's why, you know, you have Elden Ring being so big. You have the Dark Souls as a franchise being large, because people do want a challenge, and they also want that like release of winning, of being good at it, of like, ha, I'm better. I am better. And there's very few games where you can get that true, like, yes, you can kind of, well, at least for me, again, I'm thinking for me, but yeah, I just want to really give my appreciation to the Gears of War franchise, and this is like, you know, a little love letter to it. Hopefully we get some more, I could talk more about this, or if I talk about the other two games, 4 or 5, because I did like what they were doing with the execution cards and giving us more variety. But I didn't really go into execution, the beat down, the locust arm rip off, and the punching of the, yeah, it's crazy. And then going on to 4 and 5, where they gave us a little bit more variety into them. I wish they would have like dug deeper, because I don't, you know, we did get the Batista bomb, which was a really big thing, and having Batista and a New Day in the game, which I really did like. But I just wish we had like more, like, you know, more content and more flair onto those. But like I said, we got ED on the horizon, and you know, this is just my love letter to the game, my appreciation for the game, if you will. Let me get up out of here. Let me wrap it up. Please like, follow, subscribe, all the things. And I'm gonna see you later. Peace.